Welcome to another episode of Flavor Judge, where I, just for the fun of it, examine a magic card and judge whether or not from a lore perspective it accurately represents the character or event it depicts. In today's episode, we're examining Urza, Lord High Artificer. Now, for much of Magic the Gathering's early story, the Planeswalker Urza was, well, hero is a strong word, but he was the protagonist, waging a war against the ever-looming threat of the Phyrexians. But before he was a godlike interplanar artificer, he and his brother Mishra were apprentices to the archaeologist Tokacia. Under her tutelage, they discovered the Mightstone and Weakstone in the caves of Koilos. Each brother took possession of one of these stones, and each was overcome with a strong desire to possess the other. Their mutual desire for each other's artifacts would spark a conflict between them that ravaged Dominaria for decades, a conflict known as the Brothers' War. And at the end of it all, Urza activated the Golgothian Silex, devastating the land, triggering an Ice Age, and igniting his Planeswalker spark. Urza, Lord High Artificer, appears to depict the man as he was close to the end of the Brothers' War. He's a 1/4 legendary creature, human artificer that costs 2 generic and 2 blue mana. His Enter the Battlefield ability puts a construct into play that gets +1/+1 for each artifact you control, reflecting Urza's focus on building artifacts that were empowered by other artifacts. This same ability is also featured on Karn, Scion of Urza, as a -2 loyalty ability. His second, static effect, turns every single artifact you control into a Mox Sapphire. While this might appear to be unrelated at first, it's in a way replicating the effect of Urza's Tolarian Academy, a land that you can tap to add 1 blue mana to your mana pool for each artifact you control. Finally, we have Urza's activated ability. For 5 mana, you can shuffle your library and exile the top card. Until the end of your turn, you get to play that card without paying its mana cost. This effect is nearly identical to the Temporal Aperture, a device Urza built for the sole purpose of experimenting with time travel later on in his life. These same time travel experiments would ultimately lead to the creation of Karn, the Silver Golem. Each of Urza's abilities is a callback to a card that is in some way related to him. While his card doesn't do anything new, it doesn't need to. Any one of these abilities would be flavorfully appropriate for him. But as the man says himself, you can build a perfect machine out of imperfect parts. All things considered, I'm very glad to rate Urza, Lord High Artificer, a flavor win. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.